You guys know as well as I know, bro. Life is happening fast, real quick. And time don't stop for nobody. It doesn't stop for me. It doesn't stop for you guys. And the more we get after it, the better life is going to be in the end. Best believe. If you are living in stagnance, you're literally killing everything that you could accomplish in this life. The girl you could be with, the money you could make, the people you could meet, the friends you could meet, the place you could live in, the places you could go to, the people you could be around. The list goes on. And life is happening fast. So we have to move quick. We have to do things quick. When I look back at my younger self, bro, I seen this shit from afar. I don't know how I have the ability to be able to do those things, but I've always had it. Thank God. Thank God. God has always spoken to me about things. And he has showed me what needed to be done. And I didn't always know what to do at every step, but I knew one thing. I had to work. I had to get after it. I could not slack. One day of slacking is like prison. And you guys have to start taking life this way, because a lot of you, bro, some of you let a day go by and not a damn thing happened. Nothing happened. In fact, you didn't even eat right. You did not do the work you should have. You did some bad things involving bad habits. This is like prison. You're literally locking yourself in a prison. It is terrible. So that's the type of life you're going to create. We all have choices. We could all eat a little bit better. We could all be healthier. We could all exercise. We could do all these things, and it's up to us. You have to battle with yourself. You have to battle with your demons, whatever you've been through, whatever's gone on in your past. You have to move forward every day of your life to literally get away from those things, like get the train rolling. That's what's important. That's what needs to happen. Things ain't gonna feel right for a bit, bro. If you're going from a crazy past, it's not gonna feel right for some years. People you used to know and they're no longer around. It ain't gonna feel right. It's gonna feel empty for a while. That's why you have to make yourself feel more full, and you will by becoming a better man or a better woman. That is how it's done. That is how it happens. And the people who don't want to do the work the most, the people who stay stagnant the most and not want to commit anything, they don't want to work hard. They want to take the easy way out. They want to take the easy route. It never ends good. But you're doing the work, bro. You're transforming yourself. You're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. Then things will get much better quick, because you are quick. You live life quick. Every time people call me up, and people do calls with me, the things they tell me, I instantly know what needs to be done. It is not hard for me to be able to know what people need to do by dissecting every single thing they're telling me. I can fully understand, and I can fully know where you are, where you stand, and what needs to be done. Why do I have this ability? Because I've been in a place I didn't want to be in before. I knew what it took, and I know what it takes to get myself out of there to better. Step by step by step by step by step by step by step. I know what it takes. And regardless of where you're at, I know what it takes. And it's up to you. if you're going to do it. Because somebody can tell you something, but if you don't actually do what they're telling you to do, it's not going to work. It's like getting a hockey coach and he's trying to show you things and tell you things, but you're not doing it. You refuse to do things correctly. Then it's not going to happen. Like, you're not going to perfect the shot that you're trying to perfect. You're not going to improve your skating or your angles or whatever you're working on the ice. If you're a hockey player, it's not going to happen. If you're in the NBA and you're trying to work on your shot, if you're not listening to your coach that's trying to improve your shot, you're not going to. So you have to do what it takes. You have to know what you're doing, and you actually have to do it. It's those two things, bro. I've coached people before, and they've never made a single improvement. And it's because they did not do the things I told them to do. You're not going to get no more fit if you don't do what's required. You get more fit when you do what's required. Which means you have to eat right every single day, consistently. You have to push yourself, bro. I'm the type of person, it does not take me long to figure things out. I didn't need a professional coach to get myself crazy fit. It was easy, bro. I could get the littlest bits of information, the littlest bits, and figure things out. Because if you're hungry enough to do it, you will do it. You could be the perfect coach and you could coach someone and they could make no progress. And it's because deep inside, they said they wanted it. They said they wanted to make progress. They said they wanted to get fit, but guess what? They couldn't. Because deep inside themselves, they didn't have the hunger. You need the hunger, and you have to have the willingness to change. Because life moves quick. Life is happening fast to every single one of us. You can get everything you want out of this life if you just learned to do the right things every single day, to take care of yourself, to take care of your health, to take care of your mind, body, and soul. This even allows you to take care of the people that surround you far more, because you took care of yourself. So this is what it comes down to. Life is happening quick. If you want to make life worth living, then you have to move quick. You have to have a sense of urgency. You can't get too complacent. You can't be around the wrong people, bro. You can't. You can't be around the wrong people. Because they're going to take you down. It's probably the worst move you could possibly make. Being by yourself when you want to elevate is probably the smartest move you can make. Being by yourself. Because there's no distractions. Like, let's be real, bro. If you're a nobody and you're not where you want to be in life, do you think you're going to have access to be around greats? No. When you start from the bottom, you start from the bottom. You're not going to nobody. You're not going to know nobody is what I mean. You're not going to be able to be around people that's higher up. They're not going to want nothing to do with you. Nobody wanted nothing to do with me. Because at one point, I wasn't anywheres. Nobody knows who you are. And it's not that nobody wants nothing to do with you. It's just no one knows who you are. Because you start at rock bottom. So when you start at rock bottom, you have to build yourself up. You have to become a confident, self-confident, worthy person. You need to build your confidence. You need to build your mindset, your work ethic, your swagger, your abilities. Everything involved, you have to build this stuff up to be able to advance in life. And when you do these things, you start to see lots of things change around you. And it's because of the actions you took that allowed you to do those things, life drastically changes because you changed. You're the only thing in your own way all the time. And if you can't get out of your own way, it's the end. You have to be able to get out of your own way in order to develop yourself as a man or a woman. Must. And don't forget, life is happening fast. We only have a certain amount of time. There's so many people that didn't pull the trigger quick enough. Not nearly quick enough. So much of their life went by. They didn't do enough for so many years. They're so far behind. And that is a very unfortunate thing. Because when you get that far behind, bro, it's a very, very steep climb up. You don't want to disappoint yourself in life. You don't want to be the guy or to be that woman that looks back when you have this huge awakening and realization and say, oh my God, like what did I do with all that time? I didn't do what I should have done. I'm old now. I didn't do those things. You don't want to be on your deathbed thinking about all the things you could have done that you did not do. You want to make sure you're giving life your all, bro. And this doesn't mean making things happen every day of your life. It means you put in the work, you had the disciplines, you lived that life, and you're proud of the way you lived, regardless of really the result you got in the end. You're just proud of yourself for the way you carried yourself, for the things you've done. And if you do those things, you are going to get a good result, so you will be pleased with how you lived your life. But you won't be if you didn't live a disciplined life, if you didn't give it your all, if you've never saw yourself at the best version of yourself at almost all ages, you're not going to be satisfied. That is what needs to happen. There's people living every day of their life, bro, into their 20s, into their 30s, into their 40s, and they've never saw the best version of themselves that could exist for the age they were at. That is a fucking mistake. That is a fucking mistake. You want to see the best version of yourself at as many ages as possible. That's what it's about. And you know what that means? You are aligned. You've done the work. You're pretty much ahead of your own self. You're pretty much ahead of your own work. Because you are getting to live with the man or woman every day of your life, whoever you guys are. You're getting to live in the best version of yourself. That is what life is about. That means you've done the work. That's automatically what that means. You've been doing the work. You're on point. You are sharp as a whip. And you understand life is not to be with. Life is not to be taken for granted. And when you're your best self for long enough, you can't go back, bro. You don't want to go back to anything less than your best self. Like, you don't want to do it. It feels way too damn good being on point. You just can't even get away from the work. You just can't. And if you're not used to the work, it'll be tough at first. It'll be tough for you at first. It was tough for me because I went from living a life of a lot of weakness, a lot of partying, a lot of celebrations, a lot of friends, a lot of females, a lot of stuff. And none of it was involved with me being hungry in life or me focusing on myself. It's like you need the friends, you need the parties, you need to be around all this stuff, you need a girl, and without it, it's like everything just don't feel right because you don't feel right. It's all within ourselves, bro. You can make yourself feel right by your effing self. That's the real flex. It's not about how you feel around your girl. It's not about how you feel around your man. And I say that, obviously you have to feel, if you have a woman or if you have a man, obviously you should feel good around them. But how do you feel when you're by yourself? That's a point. You should feel good. You should feel amazing. You know why? Because you took care of you. You know how to take care of you. And the second you don't know how to make yourself feel good is the second the relationship you're in will fail. Because you're codependent. You're needy. And if you're not those things, you appear a million times more attractive to your partner because you don't need them and they know it. It's not that you don't want them when you're like crabby about it. It's just they know you feel good by yourself. They know if they were to leave, you would live a good life. And it's because of how healthy you are. It's because of the work you've done. You refuse to believe you need somebody like you need oxygen. You refuse it. And that's not a healthy mindset. A healthy mindset is, let's say you look at your partner. I love you. I love you. But I could live by myself. That is healthy. What's not healthy is I don't need you. No, I don't need you. No, I need you. It's, I love you, but I could live by myself. And it's because I feel good about myself. I've done work. That is what's healthy. Do you guys see the irony here? Do you guys see the difference? Do you guys feel the difference? That's what it's about. And nothing is guaranteed. Your loved one or loved ones could pass away at any time. So if you're dependent on them, weak. It is a weakness. And you shouldn't. Like, it would hurt, obviously, but you should still be able to get up the next day, carry on with yourself, carry on with life. You'd probably still be sad, but you have to carry on, and you know that. And you could do it. Because this is what life really is. Life can be a devastating thing. Can be. And sometimes things happen quick. Things happen fast. Everything can be so amazing, and you could have everything taken from you in an instant. Because life is cruel. Like the fantasy we all make up in our minds of all this amazing stuff going for us and all this stuff, bro, like, it's a fantasy. You can make things happen, and that's great. But at the end of the day, life still goes on. So what you gonna do after you made happen what you want it to happen? Okay, now what? You made the money you wanted to make. You ran the business you wanted to run. You got that dream job, that dream career you wanted. You got that girl you wanted. You got that guy you wanted. Okay, now what? Because life keeps on going. Sure, those might be good things. I would assume so. But guess what? We're still living. We're still breathing. Life still goes on. And it all comes down to you having the discipline, having the independence to make yourself feel good. Because life happens quick. You guys get this right. The things that make us feel the best could disappear. The people that make us feel the best could disappear. We don't know that. So there's one thing that is for sure. We are with us forever. Forever and ever and ever. Why would we not make ourselves a priority? Some of y'all hate y'all's lives. Why in God's green earth would you not make yourself a priority? Like number one. When it comes to your work, when it comes to your daily routines and rituals and habits, why would you not make yourself the priority and prioritize other things that has nothing to do with you? It don't make sense. These are typically the people that fall behind in life. These are typically the people who end up with so many problems and issues because they did not take care of themselves. You don't want to be that person. You have to remember you, bro. You have to remember that exists. You exist. this life happens quick. So we must live quick. We must be sharp. 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 This and this and this and this and this and this. Like, you don't forget about the things you have to do. Like, you're on point, bro. You're on point. You guys feel me, right? You're on point. You eat right. You exercise right. You do this right. You do that right. You take care of your family right. You're you. You don't fall into stuff where your mind just goes into a different place and you're not focused. You have to focus. Life happens quick. We gotta make this shit happen. Nobody else is gonna do it. And with that being said, that's the end of this video. God willing, God bless. We'll see y'all at the top.